Hello and welcome back to my channel. The law of attraction states that if you've landed on this video, this is exactly where you're supposed to be right now. So hold on tight and join me while I talk about all things law of attraction. I've been into leadership and mindset for quite a long time now. And I find it very remarkable that it wasn't until very recently that I stumbled upon the law of attraction. I watched and listened to so many videos and podcasts that talked about all of the things that are law of attraction, but never said law of attraction. I find that super interesting that basically every leadership and mindset and personal growth course is based on the law of attraction, and I didn't even know it. Fundamentally, the law of attraction is about positive thinking, letting go of negative thoughts, and really working on visualizing the future that you want to have and making it happen. A lot of people, I think, have taken the law of attraction principles and changed the wording of it so that more people are able to digest the information. Because when I first kind of thought I knew a little bit about law of attraction, I was like, oh, that's hippity dippity. It doesn't mean anything. It's new agey. And not that I'm not those things, but I thought to be taken seriously as a leader, I needed to focus on principles that were based in science and lots of studies done in like lab or wherever people sit down and do psychology experiments, whatever that is. So over the last couple months, as I've actually learned more about the law of attraction, I decided that it would be one of the first things I learned as a life coach was to take a law of attraction life coach course, because I really believe now that it's the fundamental base of almost every single other mindset program out there. So if I'm going to work with mindset and help people wrap their head around this new world that they can create for themselves, I needed to understand law of attraction from a base level. So I learned that there's actually a lot of science to law of attraction. So something that the law of attraction talks about a lot is the RAS, or they call it the RAS, and that's the reticular activating system. What that is it's a part of your brain that acts like a filter that allows only things to pass through it that are in line with your current mindset or belief system. So if you're living in a negative world where bad things happen to you and the world is a mess, then the only thing your reticulating activating system is going to let through is more drama, more mess, more bad things. So if you want to change your life and you want to change the world you live in and you want to change the world that you see every day, you need to teach your brain to filter differently. So how do you do that? That sounds hard. And it can be. It can be, especially if you're really that far into a negative mindset. There are even law of attraction videos out there that tell you that you can become more beautiful. You can change the size of your nose or be skinnier because of law of attraction. I am not certain that I have reached that point of law of attraction where I think that my mindset can change my body at a molecular level. I think that's when it crosses into too hippity-dippity for my brain to currently wrap its head around. But I think what does definitely happen is when you stop letting yourself look in the mirror and see the thing that you don't like about yourself, and instead say, I like my nose. I like my hair. My hair is thick and lustrous and beautiful. And don't allow those other thoughts to come into your mind. What happens is that that's what your brain starts seeing. It starts to see those things as opposed to what it was seeing before. And molecularly, I can't really say anything's changed. Sure, I can work on that and I'll let you know if my nose gets smaller and my hair gets fuller. I'll work on it, keep you posted. But the reality is that I know that since I've stopped allowing myself to look in the mirror and point out the things that I didn't necessarily like about myself before, I am happier when I look in the mirror and I am happier when I try on an outfit because my reticulating activating system has stopped allowing my eyes to transfer negative information back to my mind. So if I show up on camera looking like a real train wreck, you're going to have to tell me because I don't see it anymore. All I see is beautiful, lovely things. Giant green eyes, full lips, lovely, lovely things. As I've been talking, a common theme that has come up about law of attraction is simply this. The practice of law of attraction is about removing obstacles. And I'm not talking about like physical roadblocks in your way, but about the mental obstacles that we place on ourselves. I did a video a while back about limiting beliefs. This is very similar to that, in that in our heads we have a lot of things that we are saying to ourselves that stop us from making decisions that are true to ourselves or brave. We also have these beliefs that we've formulated about ourselves that stop us from seeing opportunities. Like, someone might come up to you and say, hey, there's this great job that's available. You know, like you're on LinkedIn and you get this message from somebody and they're like, we have this job we'd like you to apply for. And instead of saying, okay, let's find out what this is about, immediately your brain goes to, what if it doesn't work with my schedule? What if I'm not good enough for that? What if I interview and they don't hire me? I would feel like a failure. Like, all of these things happen in like this instant. When that happens and you just reply back, no thank you, now's not a good time. It could have been the opportunity of a lifetime and you would never know, because instead of your mind being able to say, yeah, let's go find out about that, let's go find out if that's a good fit for us, you just wrote it off. The law of attraction is simply this. It's getting your brain out of the no zone and into the yes zone. When you're in the yes zone, you are accepting of opportunities, you are seeing opportunities, and you're a hell of a lot less scared of them. You're ready to jump in with 2 feet and learn more about it. The law of attraction talks about the vortex. And what that is basically being in a mindset in which you're seeing positive and receiving positive feedback. It is impossible to always be in the vortex, but in the vortex is where all the wonderful things can start happening. When I wake up in the morning and I do my daily practice of gratitude and dreaming and setting my mini goals and taking the time to do some manifesting, I know what that means for me that day is that it's really hard to get me out of a positive mindset. And if that's the vortex, then that's the vortex. But it's a great place to be. And when you're in that headspace, you see a lot of positive things. So no matter what's happening around me, I can deal with it in a better way than if I was not in the vortex or that headspace. I find it super weird to talk about the vortex, to be honest. I'm going to have to work on that if I'm going to be a law of attraction coach. But in the vortex, magic happens. So why do you want to be in the vortex? Ultimately, in the law of attraction, the belief is that you can train your brain to live a positive and enriched life full of abundance. And abundance is money, abundance is love, abundance is joy. It's activities that make you happy and feel fulfilled. And ultimately, that is the goal of the law of attraction, is to bring you a life of abundance. And a big part of that is making your brain believe you are already living in abundance. And ultimately, compared to the majority of the world, if you're watching this, you probably are living in some state of abundance. Now, if you watch the Kardashians, you might not think that your life is abundant, but I can tell you, if you have a roof over your head, you have food to eat, and you have clothes on your back, shoes on your feet, you are living a life of abundance. You have everything you need to create a mindset of abundance. Now we're ready to work on our mindset and create a mindset of abundance. What does that look like? I mentioned before that I have a morning practice of gratitude, and what that does is it helps you to remember every single day what is good in your life. I think that if you spend any time on social media, you'll know that most people in the influencer space are talking about gratitude. Gratitude, 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 gratitude. And I can tell you that it does make a huge difference in my life for me to wake up every day and list at least 5 things that make me happy. I immediately wake up and smile because I'm thinking of my baby's faces, or of my super comfortable bed, or my beautiful home. Like, it's immediate, the shift. You can have a bad dream and immediately this shift starts happening. And then the next thing that I do is I write down my 5 big goals. And they're big because I've made them bigger than I ever dreamed I could make a dream. And I write them like they've already happened. So this is telling my brain that I'm already in this place of abundance. I've already made these dreams come true. And what that does is the brain starts saying, well, if we're already here, I'm going to A, stop fighting it, and B, stop sending you information that's contradictory to the fact that you've already achieved these goals. The third thing I do is I manifest a statement every morning. And by manifest, I stop and I close my eyes and I picture myself in a place that I want to be at in the future. And that could be the back deck of my dream home overlooking the view of the mountains while I sit in a porch swing with my kids drinking hot chocolate and watching the sunset and telling each other about how our days went and laughing and tickling. And I picture the color of the sunset, the reds and the oranges, and I hear my children's laughter, and I taste the hot chocolate, and I feel the sway of the swing. And you might be like, okay, that's a bit ridiculous, Amy. Calm down. But what that does is, scientifically, this is proven, your brain doesn't know what the difference between what a memory is and what a created future event is. So I can tell you, just talking to you about that place brought me so much joy and brought me so much hope and so much like assurance that this is going to be my future. And my brain now believes that this is a thing that's already happening and will then help me see the opportunities to have that actually happen. I could get into more of like the scientific, like neurons firing in the brain, but I could never do it justice. If you want to find someone that can, go ahead. But I think this is enough for you to know how to do this. So you visualize and then you manifest a future reality for yourself, and your brain will help you make it come true. Those are the fundamental thoughts and theories around law of attraction. Now, law of attraction can get a little wild, and I'm probably going to start playing with some of these things, and I'll take some time every now and then to do some crazy manifesting cup methods or 55 times 5, like goal manifesting, and we'll see how they work. I can film the video of me doing it, and then we can update along the way. Possibly I can do that Instagram stories, because I think some of them are going to be pretty straightforward, and we'll see what happens. You can go crazy with law of attraction, but I think if you just apply these basic principles that we've just talked about and really focus on just changing how you're letting your brain view the world, your life will change for the better. And the amount of effort you put into this will be the amount of abundance you get back. Go out, take this information, use it, play with it, experiment with it, and comment down below when crazy and wonderful things start happening in your life. Bye for now. Take care.